good, y'all? We back. This is the first video of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a long hiatus. We said we wouldn't do that, but stuff be happening. So
holidays be happening.
Our bad. Like, we're trying, bro. We still got 100 subscribers though, unless one of y'all unsubscribed in the midst of us not doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I haven't checked. But if we're like one or two off, won't matter. We'll get new subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway,
we appreciate y'all for helping us hit that goal. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. That was nice because, like we told you on one of our other videos, like we're on and off a lot, but we got our new revamped, more family-friendly version, and we're still at 100 subscribers. So we appreciate y'all.
103 to be
103 subscribers. We had 100 the last time I checked, so appreciate the extra 3.
The extra 3 subscribers.
Nice,
Shout out to y'all, man.
Nice. But yeah, so for y'all that don't know us, welcome to the channel. This is Move with Motion. I got myself, Myles, Josiah, and Brendan.
Yeah.
We had a couple other members. They still part of the team, but they're doing the other things. So, love and appreciate them. Part of the Sandbox podcast is called the Sandbox Podcast. Why? Because Sandbox, when you think about it, little kids having fun, they just, all together having a good time. That's what this is. Adult version of it. You know what I'm saying? I've known them for a minute. So that's why I brought them on this journey with me.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. This is the first episode of the year. And we're going to be talking about just kind of the last year and how we are kind of transitioning and what our goals are for 2026. So, I always got my questions loaded up and ready. First question for y'all. What was the biggest lesson 2025 forced you to learn, even if you didn't want to learn it or didn't think about it? Think about learning it, I mean. If you don't have, I'll start with that. I think 2025 taught me biggest lesson is it's okay to ask for help with things. You don't have to. I think our generation, we kind of push a narrative that we have to always be on go. We have to do this, we have to do that. We always have to reach these goals, and we have to, well, for us as dudes, I know more or less, like we have to do it like by ourselves, or at least we feel like we have to. And I think that's something that I struggle with, even though like I know it's fine to ask for help. Even though you know something, that doesn't mean you actually like practice it, which is like something that I know I'm trying to work on is understanding like you can't do everything on your own. And there were a lot of instances where I would like let myself struggle because I was too prideful and like too egotistical even to be like, man, I don't need y'all. I got it. I can do this, do that. Don't need this, don't need that. It's just me. I'm good. You know what I mean? So, I think for me, that's the biggest lesson I had to learn in 2025 is being comfortable with asking for help and knowing it's fine. Like nothing's going to get worse if you don't. So how about y'all?
Just being quick to listen and slow to speak, I'd say. That's like a ever-ending battle, though. And I keep having to. It's not like, it is. I keep having to face, but it's not. So, be quick to listen, slow to speak. That's the biggest lesson I've learned for 2025.
Okay.
I was like, so if you want to see something that you want to get done or achieve something, sometimes you just got to do it on your own, and sometimes or just with a small group of people. It doesn't always have to be with a big group of people. So 2025 was kind of like a year of travel, and usually I want a good big amount of your group with you and stuff, but then much like this podcast, life gets in the way and stuff, so sometimes you just gotta either do it on your own or just sacrifice hey, even though some of my homies can, we can just go on a little trip ourselves on a lesser scale and still have just as much of a good time, or if not even a better time than expected. So I'd probably say that's my biggest lesson, really.
Okay. So is there anything in 2025 that you guys saw someone else experience that you helped navigate? It doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that you struggle with. But I feel like one thing that I guess that I saw a lot in 2025 is, and this is pretty specific, but there's a lot of instances with it. But for all y'all that don't follow sports or whatever, there was a Michigan's head coach, Sharon Moore or whatever, got caught up with one of the trainers at Michigan, and it was like a whole scandal of things. I'm not gonna dive deep into it, but the moral of the story is it's like a you haven't heard this?
Oh, so we gotta.
So wait,
is that the dude that cheated on his wife?
He cheated on his wife with the trainer at Michigan. Yeah,
It was the white lady.
Yeah.
He cheated on his white lady.
He cheated on his white lady wife for the white lady trainer. Yeah, but yeah. So
that
like
also happens to look just like each other. Just
the wife
younger
and
version
yeah,
than the other, which
so
was crazy.
So I say that to say like last year I saw a lot of men pursuing, and you know I've seen it personally with other people, and I've seen it like in the news like that. That's just one example, because we also have the example of the CEO dude or whatever that was in the box with the secretary or the HR lady or whoever it was.
He was the CEO, and then the girl was the director of HR. Yeah, or the CHRO.
I'll put that clip in so y'all know what I'm talking about. But for reference, like I bring that up because I think last year I saw a lot of men dealing with lust. And on the 7 Deadly Sins episode, y'all should go check that out, by the way. Yeah, we talked a lot about how lust is probably the deadliest sin for men. One of them, there's a lot. They're all bad, obviously. But lust single-handedly is one that in the word it tells us to flee from. Because that's not something you can just be like, nah, bro, I got it. Because like if you let it fester, something's gonna happen, even if you don't even mean it to. You know what I mean? So I think that's something that I saw a lot last year that I would like for people and encourage every male, especially. Not saying women don't deal with it, but I think men deal with it a little bit differently. But point being is leaving the lustful nature in 2025, bro. 2026, like work on pursuing more like meaningful relationships. And not just like that can be with anyone really, but I'm just saying like from a lust standpoint, try and be more admirable in like what you're pursuing. Unless you don't want to. You don't have to listen to me, but
And if you're going to be lustful, do it while you're single with other single people.
Right.
I was gonna say, because
you really shouldn't be lustful at all, bro. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. But I know, like you said, if you're going to,
that's not realistic, sadly.
do it while you're single with other single people, because you're messing it up for people out here that want to find like an actual relationship, making them paranoid. Because the dating game's dirty out here. So.
Yeah. But what about y'all? Is there anything that y'all seen or like noticed in 2025 with either people or like celeb or whatever the case, that you would be like, yeah, leave that back in 25, bro?
Financially put some bread away, bro.
Save.
Stack some of your money, bro. You don't got to spend everything every time you get money. Put some money away. Make sure you're squared away for a time when you need it. Because emergencies happen all the time, and they're emergencies you don't know when they're going to happen. So you want to be prepared, especially financially, because that's the biggest burden.
Yeah, emergencies, they be costing a lot.
If you had an emergency that cost $1,000, would you be able to cover it?
Ask yourself. I mean, like, hey, they say like the reason why people fail financially is just because they don't know about finance. Like, that's why I mean, I'm not saying that we're not like financial advisors, obviously, but I would advise you as just a regular guy, find someone that that knows about money and learn as much as you can from them. If it's not a financial advisor, if you know someone that has their finances together, just ask for that person's like game. Like, what do you do? Do you save? Do you invest in a Roth? Like what are your steps that you do now? And like for all y'all listening, I don't know what I think our range is like. It's funny. Also, honestly, I was looking at the metrics. A lot of people that watch our videos are like between the ages of like 30 and like 50.
Hey.
So for all you distinguished adults out there, and if you're
put
younger,
us on game in the comments.
So like if you know something, share it,
please.
But also, I'm not gonna say all the basics like, read Rich Dad Poor Dad, bro. But you can, but like it says a lot, like the cash flow quadrant and things of that nature. Like there's different ways to like move with your bread. So that's a good one, Joe.
Yeah.
But Brendan, what you got?
What's to leave in 2020?
Or just anything you saw.
Just like
yeah.
I want
That was
people to leave it.
prevalent.
Go ahead.
Paycheck to paycheck. Leave that in 2025. Do not live paycheck to paycheck, bro.
If you can
help
if you can help,
help
I
it.
mean, but that goes back to like the financial literacy. Like if you know what to do with your money, you won't have to be so like reactive when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing how to put it in certain places and knowing like where to invest, like whether it be in like stocks or whether it be in a Roth for like a savings account or retirement account or whatever it may be, just knowing what to do with it. And learning how to, like, I think what's more important is just learning how to do it. You don't have to be like this master money guru. I'm not, but I got a financial advisor that knows what to tell me so I can like at least learn what I'm doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to your point, like economy's rough, bro. Like this
You want to be prepared.
in the US, it's rough. So like we're not saying don't live paycheck to paycheck, broke. You know what I'm saying? But like what we are saying is if you can take the time to learn, put some money away. You don't got to spend it all, like he was saying. But, yeah.
For sure.
If nobody's saying you got to put away any crazy amounts either, I mean, even if it's just $1, prove to yourself that I can save some money. Like, I can put this money away and not touch it, bro.
It adds up.
It does.
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
For sure. Leaving in 2025. I mean, I don't know. I feel like because you guys kind of both hit on the nail with yours too. Mine, I'll go leave like not trying to have like fun anymore. I guess like I feel like people think there's only one way to have fun. Leave that in 2025. Let me see. How could I make that like an actual just a thing?
Be more open in terms of like how you enjoy your.
Stop being so closed off on how you guys have fun with your friends. Like,
that's good.
Be that person that wants to host like the chill kickback at your crib, have like a game night type of vibe, like that. So bring those type of things back. I feel like now
bowling,
the skating, and all that,
barbecues,
and things, and don't be scared to try new things, because you know, like I feel like a lot of people like they put on this front of like being, oh, I'm nice to, you know how people say I'm nice to everybody, and then you know them, and you're like, bro, no, you're not. I know some people like in high school people used to do it all the time, like they would like tell other people or like, oh man, I'm like nice to everybody, or even if like your coworkers, like, man, I'm really nice to everyone. But then like you see how they move, and they kind of have like a set group of people they talk to. It's like you got to get out of that. And like to your point, Brendan, like just be open to try new things if it might not fit like who you are. Yeah. Like for example,
be open-minded.
Yeah, like for example, like my girl made me do a rock climbing thing. And it wasn't like the rock climbing like where you got a harness. It's like rock climbing like if y'all ever played Uncharted, bro, y'all know how he jumps from like thing to thing, nothing. It was like that.
Like a freeform.
It was like a freeform. I can't remember what they call it, like wall scaling or that's not the right term. But like I was like in my head, I'm like, man, I want to do that. But like I did it. It was actually really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Now, would I do it all the time? Heck no. Because, like,
it was actually really fun.
It was fun. It was fun, but, like, for the time I did it, I'm not doing it again. Yeah. But I can see why people like doing it. So, like, I think when you, like, do different things like that, you can kind of understand different kinds of people better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a good one, Brendan. Like, don't be so closed off. Like,
and you don't know your talents because
you could be cold. You could be the coldest wall climber ever.
You could be a skier. Snowboard,
I know. I'm
unicycle.
not. I know.
Unicycle. No, because you know what's funny? There's this black snowboarder that I saw on TikTok.
Yeah,
and he's tough. And I'm like, imagine if he would have been like, man, that's for white people. I ain't doing no snowboarding. Yeah. Like, we would have never saw this man's greatness. You know what I'm saying? I forget his name.
Doing flips and stuff.
Yeah, no, he did like a flip, and then like when he did the flip, he did like a handstand on the snow. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's tough. But that's what I mean, like. Don't like eliminate certain things because it might not fit your demographic. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you never know. Like you said, you could be the first that. You know what I'm saying?
And like, look, we was doing pickleball. I don't know if I talked about this on the show. No. Did we? I could have sworn we did. I talked about pickleball at least once.
But remind me because I don't remember.
My cousins was doing pickleball, going crazy. And I was like, what's pickleball? And we went out there, and it's hard.
No, pickleball's fun actually.
Yeah, it is. It's
If
super
you never
fun.
played pickleball, that game is fun.
It's fun.
Like it's like
I've never played.
it's like badminton, but like
two-player
it's like
tennis.
badminton. Yeah, like badminton tennis kind of. Yeah, it's fun. It actually is fun though.
It's fun.
You know, it's like
yeah, it's fun.
But
And
like
when
if
this
you-
weather break, I'm right back out there. I'm telling you, no, because look, that's a good way to lose weight too. My cousin's been out there, bro. They've been out there going crazy, and they look good.
Nah, for real.
Shout out to y'all, bro. Jay, Devin, Ava, Cappy.
Shout out y'all for watching.
Show.
Yeah,
But also, yeah, no. So adding on to that, what is something in 2025, right, that you guys feel like we've normalized or continue to normalize that you, I guess it kind of leans into the last question, but the difference is what's something that you saw consistently last year that you don't want to see like at all this year? And I know we talked about like lust and we talked about, the finances and stuff like that. But I think, and one thing that I really want to say, honestly, I think we get too comfortable like being disrespectful to like older individuals. Now, hold on. Now, the reason why I say that, not necessarily because older people are always right. I'm not saying that. Because we've had plenty of like discourse with older people on this podcast just in various instances. But I will say, like, when I say disrespecting them, I really just mean like being so quick to just be like dismissive of what they have to say because they're older and you already assume what they're gonna say. Because I think like more often, like I have older mentors, and they just tell me like stories about how like younger people aren't like me or Joe or Brendan or whoever, because like they don't take the time to like listen to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They assume like the first thing that's gonna come out of their mouth is gonna be like nagging or a lecture. But honestly, it's like some of those things that they tell you actually put you on game for like how to treat people and like how to respect others in a different way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even just how to be a cordial person. Like, for example, like my grandpa, he's not a great example because he be kind of hating on the younger people. But in an instance, they be hating. Like, now, okay, before I get into that, I will say this. A lot of y'all old people need to like adjust with the time.
They're not adjusting, bro.
You need to adjust a little bit. If you don't adjust, at least hear them out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. But just the disrespect is something that I feel like is normalized. And I say old people as an example, but just disrespect in general. Like, it's not cool to like, steal people's girls and stuff. It's not cool to like disrespect old people.
Why you pointing at me?
No, I was the general direction. It was just a general direction. I mean to do that. But like old people, it's not cool to like disrespect people's relationships. Don't disrespect people you don't understand. Like things like that is what I'm getting at. I just said old people as a first example. But what about y'all? What's something that you notice that is normalized?
Well, again, that lust, bro. Everybody being naked, bro. Every time you open up, bro, anything, bro. Like I said, it's not even like your algorithm, blah, 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 right? It don't even matter your algorithm. Just the people that you know. The things that they post on Instagram, everybody just wants to be naked, bro. And they
Cover
just want
up.
to be naked. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Well, I'm not getting into that whole thing about like modesty and all that. But I will say this, though. I do think like the eyes are like portals, right? Yeah. The things that like we consume, that resonates in your spirit, whether you want to admit it or not.
It's desensitized.
You know what I'm saying? It desensitizes you to things. Yeah. So like, all right, like not to get like super graphic, but like in certain ways, like I think what makes it different between like people now and like people back then is like if you wanted to see anything of the sorts of the opposite, there had to be a lot of like work put in terms of like earning it, quote unquote. I don't want to make it sound like we got to earn them, you know what I'm saying? But I am saying it like it's so easy to see things you couldn't see like back then now. You know what I mean? You can just Google search whatever you want really and something will pop up. Bro. But that wasn't the thing back then. So yeah, to your point, it is super normalized and it's super
it's in your face.
It's in your face.
It's in the music. It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, and it's not really normal, but we'll touch on that another time. But Brandon, what do you think?
That OF, bro. They're trying to normalize that, bro.
That's what did it to where everybody wants to be naked now. Because especially when they started getting like paid from it.
Yeah, you get some money.
Bro, there was this one dude who allegedly paid $17K just to hear Azalea Banks' voice. And he paid $17,000 just for that.
Some lust demons, they got him in a chokehold.
I'm saying, how down bad do you gotta be
to hear a voice? I don't know.
I'm saying,
or just in general.
To send off $17K, to send off. Look, I understand. Look, 100. If you got it, probably like Iraq. Why are you sending tens of thousands of anything to anybody you're that like, bro? You can look that up on the internet, bro. You can search that, bro.
He said, I need the authentic thing, bro. Now.
It's never authentic. Them girls don't be on that, boy. They look. They got the AI chat bot over there talking to them, bro.
Right. No, that's
which
wild.
leads to what I was gonna say. People just I feel like people normalize not being as social no more. Because I feel like that's what leads to
normalize the antisocialness. People being antisocial.
Not even being like antisocial, kind of like being stuck up. Like they're like too good to like interact with people and stuff, and like social settings. Like, cause like we kind of talked about it in our party episode. Like, even to say like you saw somebody. Well, these two are like, well, say for me as a single male or whatever, I wanted to go say just what's up to a chick or whatever. I gotta think about how I'm gonna approach it.
Yeah.
If she's with her friends or not, am I about to get embarrassed out here? Because if she says no, it's not about. You already know most of the time it's not about to just be like a regular no. She's about to put on a show and kind of like embarrass you most of the times. Or someone's gonna peep it and they're gonna like be like, oh.
Don't let her bring out that phone. Don't let her hit you with that.
Well, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? I saw on the Pivot podcast Ryan Clark. If y'all haven't seen that, it's pretty good. But anyway, he was talking about. He was like, man, back then, it was basically like a testament to like your manhood. He was saying like it's like you get rejected. He was like, but that builds you up. Like it builds up your character. He was like, dudes nowadays don't really have that, and if they do, it doesn't matter because you can just hop on Instagram and just find another one or whatever. Yeah. They said like, if you wanted a relationship back then, there was no DM saving you, bro. You had to go out and find somebody. And that's just funny because it's like, it's true. Like, so like the girl that does my facials or whatever, she was telling me she was.
I'm sorry.
Let's leave pause in 2025 too while we're at it. The girl that does my facials for my skin, you know what I'm saying? Like she was like, what was she saying?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was saying like, she was telling me she doesn't use her social media like that. She doesn't use her social media like that. She doesn't really respond to DMs like that. Things like that. Stop! Let me finish. She don't really be on it like that. At least she doesn't acknowledge it. Not saying she doesn't do it, indulge, but I am saying like
all day, bro.
Work. But that's not the point. That's not the point. Point is, she was saying like at the point. I mean,
social media.
Bro, let me finish the story. Anyway, so basically, she was saying that the way she would prefer a dude approach her in this way, you know, much to your social point, she's at the store. If she's at like, you know, whatever, wherever, out, you know what I'm saying? Dude just approach her, whatever, there you go. See what he says. You know what I'm saying? Because here's my thing about that.
At a grocery store though?
I mean, that's what she said. That's what she said. She said, and then she was telling me that her friend had met the dude that she's talking to now because he pulled up on her in a grocery store. Like, he saw her like in some aisle. He would introduce himself normally, you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, boom, boom, boom. Fast forward, they're like dating, whatever. I don't know how serious. I didn't ask all that. But point being, to your social point, I think we're so desensitized socially now that we don't really know how to speak to one another. I'm not saying everybody, obviously. Obviously, we know how to talk. But I'm saying like, in social situations like that, like it can be like very anxiety driven. It can be very like, like nerve-wracking because you're not used to being in those situations. And if you are, it's only around people you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it's not gonna be a stranger every time. That's why a lot of dudes be like, nah, bro, like they be coming up with every excuse. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's some times where it's like, okay, like she clearly doesn't look like she's in that frame of mind for me to be speaking or someone to be speaking. But if like it's like just someone like just doing whatever, you don't got to be weird about it. Just be like, hey, excuse me, blah blah blah. Say what you got to say. If it works, great. If not, that's also fine. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ever approach women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
well,
I'm saying, do you feel that way when you approach them?
Feel like
no,
what?
it's nerve wracking.
Is it? I'm saying, is it?
It's nerve wracking.
Okay.
But like,
I mean, it's
but see,
always
that's the
gonna be
thing. But that's the
nerve-wracking.
thing. Like, I feel like it just depends on like how. Well, I don't want to make it seem like that, but like, how bad do you want to like actually talk to the person? Like, but then again, don't be the person that says that, but then complain that you're not getting nowhere with it. Because there are dudes that are like, man, bro, I can't wait to go to this function, bro. They're gonna be baddies
Yeah.
everywhere. Pull to the function, the end result is you got 20 check weather apps. You got one hello, you got one wave in, and then you leave him. Man, they wasn't even on that kind of time for real, bro. Like, what? You didn't even. Now I get it. Now, like I said, I get it. It's like a confidence thing as well. Like if you don't have that confidence, or like you said, sometimes it can be. Now I do think that sometimes other people come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I saw this video and the dude was like, the dude tried to say, "Oh, excuse me." The girl like brushed him off. He was like walking. He was walking this way. Girl was walking this way. He tried to say something. Girl brushed him off. And then these dudes on the other side, one of them was like airball or like something like that. I can't remember. If I find, I'll put it in here. But it's like stuff like that like kills confidence, bro. And I think that goes into the
Airball's
original
crazy.
point, Brendan, like of
And if you
goes
wonder
the
why people
original point on like why people are like antisocial like that. They're scared. It's really just a fear thing. Like you're scared, and that's fine because you know it's just something you got to overcome over,
And it'd be
over
like-
time.
I feel like they don't feel like it's worth the squeeze. Go out
That's
there and
true.
get embarrassed or
Because
hit
like
her
you
in the
said,
DM.
everybody would just pull their phone out. Not everybody
Yeah.
saw you just get rejected. Like,
Yeah,
And you know how
but-
easy it is. How easy it is now. Be like, baby, let me get that number. You ain't even gotta be like, put your number in my phone. Y'all got iPhones. Just tap the phone. Just sync the phone. You ain't even gotta go crazy or nothing.
the way I look at it, bro, like if that's something that really embarrasses you, I feel bad for you. I only say
That's what I'm saying.
Bro said there's no hope for you.
I only say that because it's like, bro, everyone at that party, like, who are they talking to?
How many people you gonna see there again, bro?
Right, that's what
How
I
how
only
many
say
times
that
you
because
gonna
like
see these people, bro.
it's
That
like
is
a
a
framework mentally. Like when I think of embarrassment, I really think of how much it'll resonate. Like if it's at work or something, I do something embarrassing. Like
That's different.
you see him every day, so you're gonna be it's gonna be you the one that spilled that coffee on the boss's lap, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever dumb thing it may be, but like in terms of rejection, man, anyone can really get rejected. So that's not something that's like super like specific to you. Like you the only motherfucker that got rejected.
And
ever.
read the room too, because if she's not throwing you signs, she's not looking. I'm not saying like you gotta see a sign to let her know you're interested. But after you let her know you're interested and you're not seeing any signs, of,
Yeah, that's a fact.
I like you back, brother. No one to pack it up.
Don't dig yourself a
Yeah.
deeper hole, bro.
Yeah, because you don't be no one to
Because
stop.
like that's why when you said the grocery thing, like I'm just thinking about me. Like I don't know, when I'm in places like that, I'm just trying to be
get those
in and
stuff
out.
and go.
Yeah.
So I
It
couldn't-
really just depends
I
on.
couldn't fathom be like, hey, you know, how you doing? Like,
Right.
I feel like I'll be like I said, everybody's different. But in my head, I feel like I'm just, you know, just interrupting you.
Okay,
And I don't
but-
understand why they don't be wanting to be talking when they go out. Like you're out to have a good time.
No,
You're not.
for real.
I'm not out to meet new people. What?
Why?
What
I
are
think
you
that goes.
outside
I think
then?
that goes back to the original point of like having fun. Like you don't have to be so cliquey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to let new people like
Yeah.
talk to you, especially if they're like respectful about it. Because one thing I don't like is like when people like don't be rude to someone who's just trying to be nice to you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if you're like the baddest in the club, whatever, and some ugly dude just says, "Excuse me," you're gonna be like, like don't do that, bro. Like because like if he's now I can see like, hey, bit or something. I can see that, but like if he's like being respectful, just trying to have a conversation. you could just entertain it, and then if he asks for something more, you don't want to give it to him. Oh, like, no, I'm good. That's fine.
They be getting like,
and if he reacts the type of way, that's his problem. You know, that's not has nothing to do with you. But I will say, there are some weird dudes out here. So, ladies, please be careful with that, because you know some dudes be stalking and killing and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we never wish that, but you know, people be weird. So, no, to your point, Brandon, original point, yeah. So, yeah, people are too comfortable with being antisocial and like kind of being comfortable behind like a screen and all that. And I think we just gotta. I don't think it's gonna change, obviously, just because of the way we're going.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
You think so?
Yeah. Because I feel like AI and like all these other things coming about.
About that AI,
I feel like
we about to have robots. We're not even about to need. Look, dudes is not even about to. I'm about to go get robot T23 with the Glock. Why I gotta put up with flesh and blood Amy if I can go tell 212 to go stand in the corner? I'm telling you, man. That's
I mean, he's not really wrong though.
Have you seen that Detroit?
Become human?
Become human?
No, yeah, Detroit Becomes Human.
Yeah, the game. Yeah, where there's like
telling
robots.
You,
yeah,
that's where we're headed, brother. There's gonna be no need, and it's gonna be, bro. If they're not begging, I mean, both people are just gonna be like, I'll just get a robot then.
The only reason why I'm like kind of hopeful for that regard is like at least in my neighborhood, people are starting to like go outside again in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know when I was growing up, we were always outside, like whether it was hooping, kickball, football, all that. And there was like a little period where nobody went outside no more. But this past summer, at least, I feel like my neighborhood kind of like revived this stuff. Like people were actually like taking walks again. Like people were going to the park hooping and stuff. So hopefully some of that comes back at least.
That's real. So let me ask y'all this then. What are your biggest goals for 2026 with all of that being said? Or just name, that doesn't have to be anything like super specific, but just some things you want to do, things you want to see, things you want to accomplish.
Joe kind of hit it on the nail earlier. I feel like for 2026, because like 2025, I did like travel is pretty much like the main thing. And I got to go a lot of nice places. Like this time last year, I was getting ready to go to San Francisco to see my boy Solomon. Shout out. He's one of our subscribers, by the way.
Yes, sir. Solo.
Shout out to you, brother.
I got to see him for the first time in a couple of years and stuff. So I feel like 2025 was kind of like the year of travel. So 2026, you know, it was cool investing in that. But this time I'm trying to like invest my bread into my savings and stuff. Kind of more just a financial thing. Like just building up my financial status, to be honest.
Okay. So the bread.
And the health and wellness too. Like I said. Yeah. Also playing flag football. Started that in 2025, continuing into 2026.
Fire. Joe?
Health and wellness. Just make better decisions.
That's always a good one.
Make better decisions. Be the best man that I can be. Be the man that God has called me to be. Walk more in my faith, deeper in my faith, pray more.
Yeah.
Save 10 bands.
All right. No, that's good. Yeah. Like I was saying, fun fact, like I'm gonna just be honest. This is like our second take of this video. You know what I'm saying? I'm only bringing it up because I don't feel like repeating myself entirely. But I will say my biggest goals for the year, honestly, is just replicate what I did last year, but better. And what I mean by that is building myself in the main categories of physical, mental, emotional, but most importantly, spiritual. So like last year I joined a church, shout out City of Grace. And I started building up my prayer life. Well, I pray all the time, but like being more intentional about it. Being more like I'm not just doing it to like check off a box like, oh yeah, I pray, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like taking the time to like actually pray like and build that relationship for so like not making it super superficial. But trying to be consistent in the gym, go at least 3 to 4 times a week. Financially, just trying to save as much money as possible. Like, things happen, so I don't really have a set goal per se.
Yeah.
But, once I establish, like, if I want to stay in Columbus or if I want to go somewhere else, knowing, like, where I want to go, like, do I want to get a house here and a house there? Things I'm going to refine. So those things aren't really set in stone because, like, God's plans for your life are always changing. Yep. So, like, I don't really like saying, like, I'm going to be set somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of, like, most emotional and mental, trying to read more books, is definitely the biggest one. Like, right now I'm reading a book called Battle Cry, and it's about just, like, trying to be consistent, like, mentally. You know what I'm saying? So just being super intentional, how to communicate better with people, how to, like, navigate through conflict, because as men, especially black ones, you know what I'm saying, we're going to deal with it. And, like, knowing how to, like, control your emotions as a man of color is probably one of the most important skills you can have. Because people around the world are going to try and torment you and make you feel like you're less than what you are. But it's nice to be able to navigate those conversations in confidence and strength.
What's that saying where it's like a man in control of his emotions can rule the world or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Can conquer the world or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those are just my goals. Like, just build myself up in those categories mainly. But, yeah, for sure. And also, yeah, the podcast. Yeah, that's the biggest one. Yeah. Like Brendan said in the beginning, we have 103 subscribers. A goal that I would like to hit at least by the end of the year is 1,000. Obviously, if God blesses us with more, great. If less, great. Because, like, we know at the end of the day, people are still watching. We're being intentional about it. But, yeah, just being consistent with that. Yeah, and like we said last time, we definitely said last time we were consistent, but this time we're striving to do that. I'm not gonna make no promises because life be happening. So no day is guaranteed.
Grace,
so like just give us grace on that, and we're gonna try and deliver. I promise.
And I know, like you said, this is a re-recording of a video that we did before. But shout out to the homie Myles for doing all this behind scenes. And he's
Myles been putting that work behind the scenes,
camera work, and this this audio visual together. And like we showing up because he wants us to be here. So
it's definitely
this work, y'all, for sure.
Appreciate that, Joe. Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress because like we said, it's a re-recording of the last one. Definitely muted my mic the whole time, so you could not hear me. but that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun. Like we enjoy doing this. So for the people that do watch, we appreciate y'all watching because it's just something for us to do. It's something positive. And we don't want to be like every other podcast where we tear stuff down and like create these divisive like battles in a negative way. We have fun debates sometimes. And in our last videos, we were like more, more in your face with it. But like this new year, we're trying to like be more mindful of like how we talk because we understand like there might be like some kids watching or whatever. You might play in front of your family and they're like, I never knew they cussed that much. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And, not like the old videos, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying like, there were instances we would say a lot of F this and F that and what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that, but just be more
mindful.
We're trying to be more mindful about it. I ain't gonna promise we gonna be clean all the time. That's the goal. That's the goal. But like, if we slip a little N word in there or F word, and that's how we talk. That's how we talk to each other. It's like with the guys. But
and speaking of if we're doing like shoutouts and stuff, speaking of the goals and things, reason why Myles is putting so much behind camera work. Shout out Keon.
Yeah, our producer. He's in the ATL right now. He's following his goals and ambitions right now as well. Yeah.
Same thing with our other 2 members that are, like I said, they're still members, just no longer active members.
They can come back. They know they can come back.
They can come back every time.
Yeah, Troy is military. She's doing her thing down south, active duty, and then G Fazo, he's in school right now in the medical field. He'll talk, whenever he comes back, he can talk all about that nerdy stuff. Yeah, shout out him though.
But yeah, shout out all 3 of them for real.
Not for us,
So for sure. And I think and this is why I like doing it because like it's really just us being positive. Like that's why I call it the Sandbox Podcast. It's just like friendly, you know what I'm saying? Friendly, family, brotherly, and, you know, if we have another woman guest, sisterly type love, you know what I'm saying? And I like bouncing the positivity because, you know, there's like fake positivity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these beefs and stuff, you know, like, because, you know, you see like streamers and stuff, and you see all these beefs that are just super random, and it's like all these negative things happening. If we get in that space, that's not what I want to do either. Like the vision really is like making intentional podcasts about like things that really matter. Like these goals are like what matters to us. And we want to like have more inspiration from y'all on like what we should make next, what we should talk about next, you know.
But we definitely got some ideas too.
Yeah, we definitely got some ideas too.
But we got an open mind to hear what y'all got to say as well.
For sure. And yeah, I guess closing out, because this is the first one. Is there anything y'all want to say about like what you, not necessarily a goal, but like something that you hope for in 2026 for you? Like I think for me, I already said it, but just like the podcast growing, and just seeing all my friends and family, like, and just other people I love and care about, like getting to where they want to get to. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to uplift one another.
You know, my dog's drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Praying for them, thinking about them, talking to them. You know, that's another thing. I wouldn't call it a resolution, but something I did say I would do. Check on your folks more. Like, you never know what people are going through. And sometimes hearing from someone you haven't heard from in a long time can, like, change your whole day. Especially for someone that you used to rock with heavy. You know what I mean? So, what about y'all, if anything?
My church was, today, the message was what 2026 has. And it's, well, what my pastor, I said, it's brand new. 2026, all things will be brand new. We're looking for brand new way of thinking, brand new way of forgiveness, brand new way of communication, brand new way of your mindset, brand new way of how you carry yourself and you do different things, not just materialistic, as well as material things. You know, the Lord will definitely give you brand new with work, but just brand new. We're doing things in a brand new way, and the Lord's going to bless us in this way. So I just strive to be your best and do the best that you can do and be the best that you can be in this year, and you'll be renewed. The Lord's going to make everything brand new for sure.
Yes, sir. B?
Yeah, like you said, like I said earlier with the financial stuff, just putting myself in position to be just rock solid. Personally, just try to be like, you know, a better brother, better son every day, all that. As well, just being in a position where if I'm successful, I can maybe help out my friend be successful somewhere, help them out, help my siblings somewhere, especially those two right there. My little cousins, they're like, so I got two cousins and my two siblings, they're all kind of going to college around the same time right now. So I'd be able to help them out whenever they need me for anything, just let them do them, but they know, you know, I'm like here for them if they need it. That, and then on a less serious note, do better with shows, whether that's anime, regular shows, all that. Because yeah, I'm notoriously bad when it comes to shows. I say I'm about to watch something, and then I'll never do it. Like I've been saying, I've been wanting to watch Snowfall for like years now. I still haven't watched it.
What?
Yeah, but I've seen like all the clips in the world of it, so it's just like that. Catching up with One Piece, watching Chainsaw Man, just some of the stuff like that. And then finishing The Punisher, which I'm close. But, yeah.
So just staying disciplined in that regard. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's really much the main thing, really, just staying. Yeah, that's just the overall focus, just staying disciplined. Whether it's money, health and wellness, the activity stuff, and just being a man of my word and actually accomplishing those things.
Dope. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm out of questions. But we appreciate all of your any final thoughts before I say my closing statement.
Make 2026 a good year.
Yeah.
It's all on you.
Even due to the circumstances. Because who knows what's going to happen in this country, bro. I ain't going to lie. I mean, keep God first.
Especially if you're all around our age. Since we kind of said the lore behind this episode, in the previous recording, like, Joe brought up a good point. Like 2026 has it's in perfect stance for like if we were to ever have like a best year type of vibe, 2026 should be that year, to be honest, because we're like in our ages, we're all at that turning point, or whatever. Like we're really about to hit our prime in that stride. So yeah, may God willing let this be like the year where if I could ever go back in life, be like, yeah, that's the year right there. Hopefully it's 2026.
Yeah, it's all about your choices. Make wise decisions and seek wise counsel in those decisions.
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
Keyword wise counsel.
yeah, not
not your friend Bobby, not your homie.
Not your YN.
Not Pookie and Ray Ray and all them, bro. No, we don't need no.
Seek
Pray
wise
for him and
counsel.
move on, bro. You don't
Yeah.
got to keep everybody around, bro.
Just dap him up and keep him moving.
Right. Nah, for sure. But we appreciate y'all for tuning into this video.
Share your goals in the comments.
Yeah, share your
Sometimes
goals.
y'all
comment
be
some of the
talking.
goals.
Exactly. This is the
y'all
first
got it.
video of the year.
2026.
So make sure you lock in and be more interactive with us for this next year as we grow our fan base and, I don't even say fan base. I don't even like that word. As we grow like our coalition of the sandbox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We want a big sandbox. You know what I'm saying? So, just continue to, like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Share with the homies.
Exactly,
Yes.
and this is the most friendly episode we've done. So share with your mom, your dad, your
right.
your
You can share
grandma,
with
your
anybody.
grandma,
Your little brother.
your little brother, little sister. What's that? MWM? Oh my God! Right,
While
exactly.
y'all watch dinner, while y'all eat dinner, watch it.
Right,
Throw
bro.
it up
I
on the
watch.
TV.
You know what? I watch our videos when I'm getting my haircut. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, I be cracking myself up rewatching, learning a lot because
Nah,
it's like reflection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely a podcast to watch while you're eating for real, because that's what I do.
yeah, and then share with your friends and family and everyone else that you know. We're gonna
Especially
be on
this
all
episode.
platforms.
Like we did good.
Yeah,
So,
and this is our first episode of the year. We barely even cussed or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
We
like,
trying, y'all.
exactly. Yeah, we're actually trying to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
And we're
sure.
not saying that like to be jokingly, but
Yeah.
like, we actually wanted to be more like sincere. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are our real thoughts. So, we just want to keep spreading the love and sharing.
be grateful. You don't know how many of these you're gonna get, to be honest.
Yeah, and like I said, I ain't promising nothing, but I will promise improvements. I will
Yeah.
promise improvement. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, for real. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yep.
Joe, you gonna say something?
Well, just like, comment,
Yeah, I was like, say the word, Joe.
subscribe.
Share with the homie.
homie.
Yeah. All right, but we appreciate y'all. God bless y'all, and we will talk to you next
Yes,
time.
sir.
We'll see you later. Peace.